fantastic, happy, great woman being in the middle of. What can I say? I have to also acknowledge you. Why not? Don't mind them. But we'll celebrate their implications. Absolutely. Of course, happy International Men's Day to male viewers, and of course the chairman, the Duke, Prince Nduka Obaigbena. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending, focusing on reactions, trailing the dramatic chaos that erupted at the People's Democratic Party headquarters in Abuja on Tuesday. Police fired tear gas to disperse rival factions battling for control of the opposition party after both the Nyesom Wike-backed group and the newly elected National Working Committee, led by Kabiru Turaki, scheduled parallel meetings for the same day. The flashpoint came when the camp of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike arrived at the PDP headquarters, triggering violent clashes that sent politicians and journalists scampering for safety as supporters clashed outside Wadata Plaza. Let's take a look.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my Oh my God.
This was so disgraceful. Well, the PDP alleged that security operatives shot some of their members. I mean, this is quite a shocking revelation. Meanwhile, in a stunning appeal, the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Kabiru Tamiu Turaki, publicly called the U.S. President Donald Trump to intervene and save democracy in Nigeria. Speaking to journalists after gaining access to the PDP secretariat, Turaki stated that what is at stake is not just genocide against Christians in Nigeria, but that democracy is under threat. Let's take a look.
I want to call on President Trump. What is at stake is not just genocide against Nigerian Christians. He should come and save democracy in Nigeria. Democracy is under threat. I'm calling on all other developed nations, all advanced democracies, come and save Nigeria, come and save democracy. Because I cannot understand how a serving minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will be leading talks, armed talks, and then with the active connivance or support of the police to come and create mayhem here. I have said it, we are willing to lay down our lives to protect our office, to protect our democracy, to protect our mandate. So Nigerians, you are watching what is happening. International community, you are seeing the threat that Nigerian democracy is. Come and save us. Come and save us.
Turaki's appeal has sparked fresh controversy about whether opposition leaders crossing sovereignty lines undermines or strengthens Nigeria's democracy. Let me take some reactions. Rosie wrote on X. And you wonder why Trump called Nigeria a disgrace. Before you get sentimental, just look at this nonsense. This country has totally lost its trajectory. Everything is on autopilot. What you are seeing are the early warnings and signs of a failing state. God help us all. Another ex-user wrote, if Nigerian leaders, especially politicians from the APC, PDP, LP, ADC, and every other party invested even half of the passion, energy, and resources they pour into protecting their political positions, into protecting the Nigerian people, this country would be miles ahead. But the tragedy is clear. Our leaders fight harder for power than they fight for citizens. They mobilize overnight when their interests are threatened, yet move painfully slow when the masses are crying for security, jobs, healthcare, and dignity. Nigeria is not lacking potential. Wallahi, it is suffering from leadership that prioritizes party survival over people's survival until our politicians begin to place the lives of citizens above the logos of their parties. True progress will remain a slogan instead of a reality. Ayo, we have seen these stories, but for me, it just smacks of insult at this point for this sort of thing to be happening at this critical time in our polity. Your thoughts?
Earlier on, I'd said it was a show of shame.
Yes.
A number of people had said it's a showdown, it's Wahala and Wadata, a number of things. But I also believe that this is a massive distraction from the real issues belaboring the nation at this time. This is, we pointed out that the PDP chairman, Turaki, is from Kebbi State. This is Kebbi State, where 25 young girls have just been killed. Yes, they're not the government in power. The APC is the government in power, and they're the ones that have the responsibility as entrusted in them by the Nigerian people to ensure the security of lives and property. But as an opposition, this is where we need to hear their voices loud and clear, either providing solution, checking the government on the day, empathizing with the people, doing their own part in building the nation. But what do we see? What matters to them, or what is priority to them, which is political power, dominance, who is who. And in doing that, there was just a massive show of shame, a waste of resources, of taxpayers' money. The people pay the police their salary. I hope we know this. But instead, rather than them do the work that they've been commissioned to do, we see them protecting one heavyweight or the other, and ensuring that one party or the other does not have the higher hand. It is an insult to the uniform that they wear, quite frankly, whereby we're using them as political ammunition in a political fight such as this. Can we have the men act as adults? And I'm sorry I say men, it's International Men's Day, but that's why we need to emphasize on raising, even right from the family units, raising men that can become great leaders in the future, raising people, men and women, that can become great leaders. But that aside, just to mention that the PDP ought to get its business together. And then I will end on this note. This is also happening under the administration and government of a man who is said to be a true Democrat. Democracy thrives where we have vibrant opposition, not to just keep attacking the government of the day, but to provide ideas, rich ideas, conversations, to be supported by an ideology, and for opposition to thrive. We must have a government that is not seen to want to stifle the voice of dissent or to kill the voice of the opposition. And so that's why I want to call on President Tinubu as a true Democrat. Wike is a minister under his administration, so he has the powers to at least bring him under control, if I can use that word. But also even the police and the members of the state to ensure that they also are doing impartial and acting within the capacity of what they were hired to do. So I believe that under this administration, under a Democrat, democracy is actually failing before our very eyes, and that's quite a shame.
Complete disgrace. Well, meanwhile, amid the PDP crisis, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed brought a cultural touch to the party headquarters. Traditional dances performed at Wadata Plaza, offering a brief respite, I guess, from the political tensions gripping the opposition party. Let's take a look. Dr. Mati, over to you. 5 sets of people.
Again, I refer to Donald Trump,
yes,
who says Nigerians always think serious matters are opportunities for skit making and for comedy. This is not the time for the People's Democratic Party to go a dancing. This is a moment for the People's Democratic Party to go Asorui. In other words, this is not the occasion for dance or comedy, because what is happening is that the party that was once described as the largest political party in the whole of Africa, with some of its members boasting that they will be in power for 50 years, has imploded. And it's in a serious crisis. How to resolve that crisis is what is important. Because as the major opposition party in Nigeria, it has a role to play, not just in terms of looking for power, but also in terms of the prospects of national stability. What they have done in the PDP simply is to achieve the objectives of the APC, to hand over, as I said yesterday, a second term on a platter of gold to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and let nobody come after the 2027 election and say, oh, they rigged the election. The election has already been won and lost. Even the Labour Party headquarters is no longer functioning because there's crisis between Nenadi Usman and Julius Abure. The PDP is also not functioning. Now, is this good for democracy? Many people will not think so. Number two is that the role of the police at the PDP secretariat yesterday has to be investigated, both by the Inspector General of Police himself and also by higher authorities, because it's a situation where you now rent a police. Nigerians have always complained about this, that you can hire a police to serve any purpose. The PDP will say it's factionalized. Is it that the Nigerian police is also factionalized in terms of maintaining law and order? So this must be investigated, and whoever is behind, that ugly conduct of the Nigerian police must be sanctioned. Finally,
imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
In Acts of the Apostles, chapter 16, verse 9, the Apostle Paul had a vision of a call from Macedonia, where a man appeared to Apostle Paul, and he told him, come to Macedonia and help us. What KTSAN did at the secretariat of the PDP yesterday was a Macedonian call, calling on Donald Trump to come and save democracy in Nigeria. Right. And I think that this is not the divine calling of Apostle Paul. This is, a call that we do not support. Nigeria is a sovereign country, and we should not reinforce the thinking, the belief, the assumption that Donald Trump is the international policeman of the world. That will be strengthening his delusional behavior in international politics. Right. If democracy is to be saved in Nigeria, it is only Nigerians themselves that can save their democracy by having a proper, credible electoral system, and by the politicians behaving like gentlemen who are committed to the progress of Nigeria and not to their personal ambitions. You want another
No, it's enough fun for this morning. Well, talking about democracy being saved, well, Piers Morgan has released the much-anticipated segment of Uncensored, featuring Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister, Yusuf Tuga, the explosive interview, which also featured former Canadian MP Goldie Gamari and Reverend Ezekiel Dachimo saw Minister Tuga mount an aggressive defense, challenging international reports on the scale of Christian killings and church burnings in Nigeria. The minister dismissed widely circulated figures as completely and totally inaccurate and false, insisting that media fact checkers have examined the numbers and found them grossly inflated. Let's take a look.
For the last 2 years, there have been 52 churches, depending on which region, again, you are referring to, because there are different regions in Nigeria. Since the last 5 years, attacks, not destroyed, attacks on churches, 102.
How many Christians have been murdered in Nigeria since 2009?
Since over the last 5 years, I can categorically tell you that 177 have been killed. And it does not mean that the killing...
But you said to me earlier You said to me earlier you did.
Because
Yeah, but
we
hang
have
on.
Boro-
Hang on.
we
Foreign
have
Minister, with
Bororo,
respect.
Fulani
With
are
respect.
not Muslims. They are not necessarily Muslims.
Here's what's happening in Nigeria is jihad. It's the exact same thing that happened on October 7 by Islamists when they broke into Israel and murdered Jews yelling Allahu Akbar. It's the exact same thing that ISIS terrorists did to the Yazidis in Iraq. It's the exact same thing that happened in Lebanon. Here's the only difference between what's happening today in Nigeria versus what happened 1,400 years ago when the Muslim Arab invaders came to Persia is that back then people did not have cameras, but today they do. It is 100% jihad. We've seen it before. This is how the Islamist playbook always happens. Right now, you have a Muslim president, and then they decided to choose a Muslim vice president. And so there is actually no Christian representation in the Islamist government. I was a politician for 7 years, Pierce, and I can tell when someone is lying and avoiding the truth. That's exactly what this foreign minister is doing, and shame on him for lying.
Let me tell you, there's a genocide in Nigeria.
All right, this is an explosive interview, Rufai. I mean, but I was quite shocked when I heard the figure. 177 Christians have been killed in 5 years. That's what, according to the Foreign Affairs Minister. Quite shocking.
I dare him.
Quite shocking. I mean, there are reports. We've seen reports everywhere.
I challenge him to bring that where he got that data from. He didn't cite the source. It's not true.
Well, all right.
That data is not true. It's porkies.
For you to speak. Meanwhile, global superstar Nicki Minaj gave an address at the United Nations headquarters supporting President Donald Trump's claims that Christians are being persecuted in Nigeria. In her speech, Minaj blatantly stated that Christians in Nigeria are being targeted and families have been torn apart. She also called for urgent action while stressing that this issue is not about taking sides or dividing people, but about uniting humanity. Let's take a look.
In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. And I want to be clear. Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity.
This is about uniting humanity. And this is the reason why we keep highlighting the story, so that it can be tackled properly. But those statistics that the foreign minister reeled out on that show was quite painful to hear, Rufai.
Even me.
Yes.
Ashamed for Nigeria, ashamed for Tuga. Foreign minister of my country, go out there. You don't get facts, you don't get data.
The 200 people that were killed just the other day from Yawata, 200, and the 500 that Dachamo showed us,
he said
that's 700 already.
What about the Christmas Eve killings?
Yes.
You know, Amnesty reported that over 1,000 people were killed in the Christmas Eve killings. Okay, let's even say conservative number, let's say about 300, as reported by some people in that Christmas killings. You say 177, but it shows. And next thing, you are trying to put down the woman and saying all sorts. The woman was right. When we're talking about Muslim tickets, didn't people make noise? Didn't the likes of Buala say that was why he left the APC there? Has he not gone back to the APC now? It's not going to show a level of balancing. And Tuga kept on talking about Sudan. The reason for the problem of Sudan, apart from the artisan problem in the south, when the north and the south was fighting because of minerals and other things that John Garang helped liberate, is that there are two independent warlords. In South Sudan, you have Riek Machar and Salva Kiir fighting. In the northern part of Sudan, after the exit of Umar al-Bashir from the scene, you have Ameti and Al-Burnham, two top military generals fighting each other for the power of the country. So it's got nothing, to do, and you're trying to relate it to, don't turn Nigeria into Sudan. You see, all of this narrative, please, I'm just saying get your facts right. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Get your facts right. And for, real quickly, the police officers that they used for all of the back and forth, let me just remind them in the words of another police officer when Wike and Yerima had an altercation. One police officer called the military man in the corner and said, please, Don't die in their war. These
Do
men
not die in
they are
their
big
war.
men, though.
That's Dele Faroti.
They are just want to advise the police. Don't die in their war. They are big men. They will
Yeah.
settle themselves. But it's very sad. Look at the killings that have been happening in this country. I challenge the minister's rhetoric and his numbers.
Yes.
This is very. Those are two. So you couldn't Tuga call National Bureau of Statistics and get data.
This is, I mean,
all of
he
us
appeared
now.
to have been
Tuga go talk
reading.
for there.
He appeared to have been reading from.
At least they should bring it out.
A piece of
National
paper.
Is that not why we are funding them?
Data problem.
We have a data problem.
But we are the media. They can send it to us. We would like to see those figures, because what we have is nothing compared to what the minister reeled out. I mean, this is tragedy that is really happening.
And it took
in
him
Nigeria.
a while before he was able to acknowledge and say the data. At first, he was saying, no, we don't know. You can't really distinguish if it's Christian or Muslim. They don't check the religion of the dead. What do you mean? What kind of talk is that? We're not saying Muslims are not being killed. Yes, of genocidal proportion. But you can't deny the fact that there's a Christian genocide. Let's call it spade. They can't met yesterday and talked about it again.
All right, Christians are being killed. Christians are being killed. Christians are being massacred. This is the conversation. In another tragic development, bandits stormed a branch of Christ Apostolic Church in the Eruku community of Kwara State on Tuesday evening, killing
everybody. Yeah, before we go into that, let me formally welcome everybody to UB and the Real Fam. My name is Ben O'Reilly, and you are watching Political Roundtable. Please don't be a stranger. If you're watching on the portrait mode, kindly tap the screen on your phone so you can give this video a like. And if you're watching on the landscape form, please like the show. Let's get into this conversation briefly. I'm trying as much as possible to be calm. First off, for those who are watching for the first time, I'm a Christian, and I don't give an F when my faith is being attacked and my people are being killed for their religious belief. It pisses me off. But at the same time, as an online personality, I'm trying my best to stay calm. I'm trying my best to be objective, and I'm trying my possible best to respect everyone, their opinions and their take on the ongoing insecurity situation in Nigeria. So before I dive into the latest attack on Christians in Nigeria, I just wanted to let you know that today's show is not about most of what's going on, but rather today's show is to focus on what President Tinubu is doing exactly to tackle this situation. So having said that, you are all welcome. Shout out to all the Real Fam in the building. Uncle Dayo, I see you. How you doing? My lovely sister Marriott, you welcome. Abby baby, how far? How your side? Sister LaBelle, Comfort, how are you? Misty is gradually becoming our top moderator. The like is so huge. Thank you, Misty. I love you, sis. Our own Sue of the Most High, you're welcome to today's broadcast. I don't even know that a lot of Real Fam are actually following political development. I think say now only really relationship goes. That's what we are interested in. I don't know. We surgery like this. So thank you for all the support. Ashling, what's up, mama? It's been a while. Uncle Patrick, you're welcome to today's stream. Edo South TV, you're welcome. Peanut, fine sister Peanut, you are confusing me. Yesterday, I was replying to Uncle Emeka. I didn't know. I thought it was you. I didn't know it was Uncle Emeka. Peanut, no distress me, I beg. Hey, you welcome, my sister. Oh, our lovely Bilber in the building. Thank you, Bilber. Thank you, everybody. My brother, Chucky. What's up, Papi? How are you doing? Confirmed Media, I see you, bro. You're welcome. You welcome, everybody. Okay, I'm going to be recognizing you as you drop your take in the chat, but let's dive into this conversation real quick. Actually, I didn't plan to do any political roundtable or any show today because I've got my hands full, but when you see what's going on in Nigeria, it's just so difficult to stay away, you know. For those of us who cannot be on ground to help, what we can do is to bring awareness to what's going on. Hopefully some people might get to see our show and they might do right by the people. Now, just a little house cleaning. Ubi and the Roof Farm, this channel is somehow different from many YouTube channel. First of all, here we see ourselves as a community, not just online trolls who just see a live show and hop in and just do anyhow. No, here in fact, we thrive on respecting each other. Our views may differ, but at least we have to accommodate each other. You are free to disagree with viewpoints, but do not insult anybody. We have a simple rule here, or a basic principle. We do not like blocking or removing people, but if you're going to be in the chat and you're going to be rude to people, we may have to block you. But the funny thing is, we're not even going to announce it that we are blocking you. We just remove you quietly. But if you are open to conversation, if you're ready to contribute your own quota, if you're ready to bring constructive perspective into the conversation, please don't be a stranger. You're welcome, everybody. I see you, Kevin Johnson. You're welcome. Now, having said that, let me dive into why we are here today. Again, this is Political Roundtable with Ubi, and we are even considering rebranding this to Political Trends. Hopefully, we can do that. But right now, the show runs as Political Roundtable. So it's a roundtable. Bring your own suggestion, your own opinion. We are seeking solution for the problem we got going on in Nigeria. People are dying in their numbers. Hey, Kevin say I'm from Liberia, West Africa. Thank you, Kevin. You know, like we tell you guys, people are watching this channel from all over the world. All right. Emmanuel, how far now? It's been a while, bro. How you doing? All right. Let's get this show started.
Yeah. You be in the building. Hey. Vibe with Uncle Bino. Let's go. Now happy hour things, you know. Hang out with you, babe. It's a vibe tonight. Hey. Laugh and learn. We shall.
All right, I want to start today's show with this campaign promise from President Tinubu. Like I said, most of our conversation is going to center around President Tinubu on this show. While there are numerous issues ongoing, I just want us to focus on President Tinubu for a minute. Now, as I'm discussing President Tinubu on today's show, I'm not discussing him so that people can come and insult him or abuse him or something. We can't do that, but we can, of course, call out the areas where he's lacking and where he's doing right. And in particular, today, I want to focus on insecurity. So if you are a pro-Tinubu person, don't come here and start telling us, oh, he gave them student loan. Don't you see, he gave student loan. He's building coastal road. Please, this conversation on this roundtable today is not about economic development. It's about insecurity in Nigeria. So the center focus of today's conversation is, what is Tinubu administration doing about the insecurity in Nigeria? Today's conversation will also center around the Muslim ticket and what follows. Now, if you are a Muslim, if that pisses you off, I respectfully and unapologetically say, go ahead and be angry. Yes, because right now you've seen the outcome of the Muslim ticket. Muslims are dying, Christians are dying in their numbers. So I really don't care if you think, why would you say Muslim? It's not Muslims. I don't give an F. And like I said, I'm trying everything within my power to be calm. I've seen a lot of Muslims died, but I've seen Christian dies massively. And for those of you who don't know, just yesterday, before I stop OG video right there, just yesterday, another massacre happened in Kwara State. During Tuesday service that was being streamed live, armed men invaded a CAC church. We saw an old woman, please, first of all, let me know if we are on the same boat here. If you are following me. If you saw the video yesterday of what happened at that CAC church, drop a 1 in the chat. If you haven't seen the video, drop a 2. Then I can play the video. The video is annoying. I literally don't want to play it. That's why I stopped Oji when she was about to get into it. But if you have seen that video, whether you are watching on portrait or landscape, drop a 1 if you've seen that video. Please drop a 1. If you haven't seen it, drop a 2. Okay? So today's show, we are focusing on President Tinubu. I'm a Yoruba man. I was raised well, brought up well. I was raised to respect my elders. And I respect Tinubu a lot. First, as an elder statesman. 2, as a man who is old enough to be my papa. But when it comes to presidency, when it comes to protecting lives and property of people, you claim you want, when he was campaigning, he said, Emilokon, it's my turn. I can do this job. So when it comes to that, I am addressing President Tinubu as the president of Nigeria, not as a Yoruba man or elder state man or Kiniko. If it is Peter Obi, even if na Atiku, whoever is there, I don't give an F about your tribe or ethnicity or wherever you come from. You say you can do this job. That is why you fought, you did everything to get there. And right now, put economic growth and development aside. People are dying in Nigeria. So, if you are a Muslim, a Christian, I'm a Yoruba, I'm a Igbo, I just want to run my mouth anyhow, please, today's show is not that kind of show. You all know my principle already. If people come to the chat, you curse me out, you do anything, I won't respond. I'll just look at it, I'll stroll. But if anybody tried that with me today, I will invite Amadioha into your case. So this is a serious issue. Thank you. All right. I see that a lot of people have seen the video already. When you saw that video, how does it make you feel? When you saw that old mama, as the bandits were coming in, those who are fit and Niger, in fact, either the pastor or the lead singer, they were the first to disappear. Bam, they are gone. As everybody was running inside that church. And the worst part is, they were not running towards the door. If you've been to CAC, Anglican, Catholic, you will know how they build those churches. They usually have offices up there towards the podium, behind the podium rather. And usually, if they have any door there, it's just going to be maybe one door where the pastor, the reverend, or the priest can come in from. So when I saw all the members of that church running towards that end, I knew that was a disaster. And that old mama, the mama was trying everything to run. So please, this show is kind of different. I've done everything this morning. I wake up, I pray, I went running, I did everything so that I can be calm. I actually wanted to cancel the show, but I'm like, no. As somebody who is building a platform, if you have a show that people are interested in, you have to show up almost every day so you can keep the momentum. All right? Now, let's dive into this conversation. When Tinubu was running for president, he didn't make much promises because we never saw his manifesto until we saw Peter Obi's manifesto. And I remember when I did the political roundtable then, I said, look, Tinubu manifesto looks more like a duplicate copy of Peter Obi's manifesto. The manifesto looked at something that was hurriedly put together. During the campaign period, President Tinubu avoided anything that looks like a presidential debate. If you see Tinubu participate in any debate, drop a 1 in the chat. If you know Tinubu did not do any debate, whereby he come forward on the podium, him and his opponent, Peter Obi, Atiku, they were there arguing, the journalists were asking them questions, they respond to it, just the way it's done in every democratic, every advanced democracy. Put a 1 in the chat. If you know Tinubu did not do any debate, put a 2. Because we have to educate our people too. When Tinubu was running for president, And we mentioned that, hey, it seems this Baba is deliberately avoiding debate. Debate is part of the electionary process. And we were like, it seems like Baba is avoiding debate. Now, my people, my fellow Yoruba people, not all of them, the one who belong to the APC, the one who are doing the, then we have Jagabandis, we have Obedient, we have Articulate, the one that are doing that, they were the one on social media attacking anybody. If you raise the question of, let these people come and tell us what they want to do, hereby they will be on your page and they will drag you all day long for demanding that we Nigerians are supposed to hear from this candidate. They say, lie. Even Nigerians, the vast majority of Nigerians, they were so ignorant about the electoral process. We saw election all the time, especially for those of us who live in places like United States, Canada. I don't know much about the British. Maybe they do debate. I don't know if they do it. So please, our UK people, if they do debate, political debate during election, please, but I know, say here in America, the major media houses, they will host the presidential candidates. They will ask them crucial questions and afford them the opportunity to tell the American masses how they are going to tackle each situation. So when Tinubu, Peter Obi, and Atiku was running, when we were saying something is not right, why are these folks, especially Tinubu, why is he not addressing anybody? The only time you hear anything from Baba Tinubu is when they are having political rallies and campaigns. And you can't take that as a promise. So this video is relevant to today's conversation. How many of you remember back then when Baba Tinubu was addressing a crowd and he told them, terrorism in Nigeria, there is no problem with terrorism. Terrorism is nothing. We're going to take care of terrorism. We hire 50 million youth. You put them in the army. What would they eat? Cassava, gari, agbado, ewa. They eat this for lunch. So this right here is the video. And I want to play it as a reminder. Now, having said all of that, let me also point something out to you. Economically speaking, when it comes to getting the country prep to attract foreign investors, I think Tinubu is trying. When it comes to, okay, are we saving? I think he's trying. When it comes to disbursing funds to all the states and local government, yes, Tinubu is trying. But this particular conversation today is not about all that. It's about insecurity. You have to be alive first before you think about money, before you think about, what is the GDP? Is foreign investor coming? Bank rate, inflation. You got to be alive first. And I do believe that the job of every president, your number one job is to provide safety of lives and property. So, listening to Tinubu, this is the only promise we heard from Tinubu about how he was going to tackle the Boko Haram insurgents. Take a listen.
Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment jobs. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn, and in the morning. Yam in the afternoon is growing here. You create demand as consumption. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment jobs. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn, and in the morning. Yam in the afternoon is growing here. You create demand as consumption.
Simbi, if I catch you this morning, Simbi, if I catch you this morning, this Simbi a bad girl. Simbi say the youth should come from his family members. Simbi, I'm trying to be serious. When they do you now, this girl. Oh my God, I don't want to laugh. CB, you don't spoil my composure. I'd been the para before, but this is your comment. So, there you had it. Tinubu said, to tackle terrorism is simple. You employ 50 million youths. What would they eat? You give them cassava, gari, agbado, ewa. Now, I hope I found this video. There is a video here I want to show you guys. Let me see if this is the one. You got to see this video. Okay. Okay, thank God I found it. I want to show you this video. The 50 million youths, they never hired them. These are the youths that are already in the military. These are the youths already in the military. Although the video is not too clear, but I want you to listen to the audio. These youths are at the battlefront. And here is what they got to say. Soldiers, so these are the youth currently in the Nigerian army fighting Boko Haram. Listen.
Someone into this ground with that armor, with that ammunition. We have to cop this very particular area within a single of a second. I know what Thunderbolts can do. Good or fine. I know what Thunderbolts can do. Good to go. How many bandits are inside this booth? Good to go. Playing politics. They are playing politics with people. Big men are eating money at the pub there. Saying that we should not even do that. We should not go after them. Enough is enough. Thank you. They are playing politics with people like there's someone into this ground with that armor, with that ammunition. We have to cop this very particular area within a single of a second. I know what Thunderbolts can do. Good or fine. I know what Thunderbolts can do. Good to go. How many bandits are inside this booth? Good to go. Playing politics. They are playing politics with people. Big men are eating money at the pub there. Saying that we should not even do that. We should not go after them. Enough is enough. Thank you.
Do you guys hear what that guy is saying or not? If you heard what he said, please drop a 1. You know, this is a political roundtable. You know, you chat, I read, we go on. I'm going to share the link for anybody who want to hop in. This is just simple, fast conversation. I'm not playing so much video today. We just need to have this conversation. If you heard what that dude said in the video, drop a 1. He said they send them out there to fight terrorists. This particular spot where they are right now, he said they cleared the terrorists in less than 30 minutes. The terrorists, they disappeared, they were running. They wanted to chase them. They now receive an order, allegedly, that they should not. And that is why those young armies, they're the para, saying, you see what they are doing to us? You see what they are doing to us? We come here, we know what Kanda can do. In less than 30 minutes, we clear them off. We want to go after them. They say we should stop. They are playing politics with us. No food, no salary, no nothing, no ammunition. Let me play it again. Just for the sake of those who might not hear it.
They're playing politics with people like there's someone into this ground with that armor, with that ammunition. We have to cop this very particular area within a single of a second. Yeah. I know what Thunderbolts can do. Good or fine. I know what Thunderbolts can do. Good to go. How many bandits are inside this booth? Good to go. Playing politics. They are playing politics with people. Big men are eating money at the pub there. Saying that we should not even do that. We should not go after them. Enough is enough. Thank you. They are playing politics with people like there's someone into this ground with that armor, with that ammunition. We have to cop this very particular area within a single of a second. I know what Thunderbolts can do. Good or fine. I know what Thunderbolts.
That's it right there. You hear that, my people? That's it. The youths are actually fighting, poorly equipped. They are not well fed. There is no motivation. If you watch yesterday's show, I played a video of another military guy who resigned, who said he was a sniper, that he was hitting his target. And at the point, his colleague in the military, a northern guy, an outside guy or whatever, shot him, saying, yes, you are killing too many people. They have all kinds of nonsense going on there. Where is the promise Baba Tinubu promised us? President Tinubu said, we will recruit 50 million youth. And you heard the youth there. Take a listen to him again.
Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment jobs. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn, and in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand as consumption. Recruit 50 million youth.
President said, you create demand and consumption. And I think, with all due respect, Baba seems to have created demand and consumption. Yes, because now, ever since he came into office, the insecurity situation is getting worse, and yet billions upon billions are being pushed into the military. Buy arms, pay soldiers, let them eat well, buy drones. Yeah, I have several videos of him. I have another video where he's saying, we're going to invest in technology. We get technology, we get the necessary arms. All these are before election. These promises are before election. I still remember one of the promises Tinubu made during campaign when it comes to fuel, when people are talking about the prices of petroleum products. He said in Yoruba, "Hello, Fokobale, Amamuwale." For those who don't understand, Bami say you guys should relax. We will bring down the price of fuel products. What did Bami did on the very day they sworn in him? He removed fuel subsidy with no backup plan. Now, let me move on to his latest statement, which is the reason why I believe you are watching this show now. Here is Bami. After the kidnapping of 25 girls at Kebbi and the killing of a gallant Nigerian soldier, a brigadier general, I think that was his rank, Brigadier General Musa Uba, when he was adopted, when he was kidnapped by the terrorists, the military came out and said, no, the general has found his way back to the camp on foot. And that forced the terrorists to now share the video of how they executed that gallant soldier. I think he's the first top-ranking military man who is out there on the field that they captured. Baba finally came out and made a statement. Here is the statement for those who may not have seen it. He says, and I read in part, I am heartbroken by the abduction of our daughters in Kebbi and the painful loss of Brigadier General Musa Uba and the brave soldiers who fell in Bonu. Their families and the families of the kidnapped schoolgirls are in my prayers. As the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, I am depressed with the tragic death of our soldiers and officers on active duty. May God comfort the families of Brigadier General Musa Uba. I'm trying to read in his voice. And other fallen heroes. I am also depressed that heartless terrorists have disrupted the education of innocent schoolgirls. I have directed the security agencies to act swiftly and bring the girls back to Kebbi State. I am fully apprised of the recent uptick in violent extremism in pockets across the country, and I have directed our security agencies to respond with urgency, clarity, and decisive action. Our forces need the full cooperation of every community. Sharing information can save lives and protect our children. May God comfort the bereaved families. Those who threaten the safety of our citizens will face the full weight of the Nigerian state. That is coming from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Now, I don't know how you interpret that, but these are my concerns when I read that statement. I do not see where the president said, I have sent people to go and bring the family of General Musa for Kodole's visit to the State House. I did not read where the president said, this is what we are doing to compensate the family of our military men who lost their lives in battle. The president did not say in clear terms what exactly they are doing to combat these terrorists and bandits. The president said in his statement, I have ordered the military to swiftly go and get the 25 girls back. And the president also said, the community should also help by informing. Baba, let us call a spade a spade. Don't let us push narrative. There is no amount of information the community will share that can provide safety when you don't even have the military men on ground to react as soon as the mayhem starts. There is no amount of information the community will provide when we still don't have drones. Drones that can be up there 20, 15, 20, 30,000 feet above ground level that can actually pinpoint exactly where these folks are coming from, where they are going. I saw another video of our military inside bush with Okada, with bikes, and they were trying to figure out the direction they will follow. They were looking at the map, and I shake my head. Inside thick forest. This is where those billions you are investing in security should have been more productive by getting the appropriate gadget the military need to tackle this madness we got going. So I'm going to read some comments. I will call it a day because I'm really pissed. But not until I dive into the second segment, the second part of this show, which is what happened at the CAC church. And let me warn you guys ahead of time now. You already know where I stand when it comes to Christianity and how we practice Christianity in Nigeria. If you are a member of CAC, I advise you now to leave this stream because I'm about to piss you off. But before I go there, Uncle Dayo, what is your response to President Tinubu? His first open statement. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, Uncle Beno. And thank you, Real Farm. Good evening, everybody on the platform. Actually, our president's first statement concerning buying in Nigeria and this insecurity in Nigeria as it is, to me, it lackluster. It lacks encouragement. It lacks hope. and it lacks direction. It's like he was just talking, okay, like a comment for people to know, because people were already saying that the president is here to say anything after this incident occurred. But now he came out, made a statement, and that was it. But we would have expected much more from our president. I'm not in support of maybe he should come out and say, okay, this is what they're going to do for the family of the people that were pied, or this is what they will do for the brigadier general that was pied. No, he shouldn't do that on social media, but at least he should have made some statements that will give people hope, that will comfort people, that will let them know that yes, their president is up and doing about something on this matter. However, this particular statement that he made, to me, is just statement for statement's sake. Nothing hopeful. We cannot hold on to anything there that's okay. This one is going to come to pass, or this one is a glimpse of hope. It is the same rhetoric that he has been making over and over. It's like a rehearsed statement. To me, it's nothing to write home about, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Dio. Let me take some comment here before we move on to the second segment real quick. Ekene, how you dey, my brother? Ekene said Tinubu came into power through an arrangement within the court controlling leadership in order to protect the interest of the caucus or power brokers. Okay. Goke said, of course, British have presidential debates during election campaign. Thank you very much, Goke. I'm not aware of that anyway. I mean, anything where I know they claim to know. Mama 5, what's up, Mama? How you doing? Welcome. Hey, Doopsy Hot, my own sister, Ukwikimu Fresh. How are you doing, sis? Chucky said, which debate? And Nigerians went along with it. Where is that practice in a democratic country? Well, hopefully, maybe Nigerians will learn this time. Everything goes in Nigeria. Everything goes. Said said the guy is a failure. Abi said, yes, there are no doors. That one, or sometimes two doors on either side of the altar leads to offices and clergy change room. Exactly. So that was really crazy. Mario said, all critical positions, Muslim, Babangida's dream has come true. Tribalism landed us here. Oh, Sister Mario, one Don Pedro for you. You nailed it. All right. I may not be able to take a lot of comments today because of my time, but I'll try my best. More 5 say, I could not sleep last night when I watched that video and saw that old woman. Anybody who is not touched by that video, you may need to go check your emotions. So I felt so sorry for that mama. All right. Let me see if I can find some more comment down there. Okay. Emmanuel Sophia said, all those people that clapped in that video should all be recruited immediately. By the way, who are those people that always clap when all these politicians make a radical dumb statement? Oh shit, I forgot. They are same. Make no novice, my apology. I forget. Chucky say, fella right now, looking and laughing, suffering and smiling. My brother. All right. M5 said, what stopped him from ordering the army during the killings in Benue? My sister Mo is going. Abi said, the Nigerian military is not adequately trained either. From the NDA, just saying, can they even read the map? Use a compass. Analytical skills is just long, I beg. So disgusting. Samuel Ogba said, we have the world's best confused president. The president gives the appearance of somebody who knows what he's doing, but at this point, whatever he's doing is no longer working as far as I'm concerned. Amara said, dear employees, nephews, and boys. Okay, their employees, nephews, and boys, not them. Okay, they are the one clapping, Abi. Okay, definitely. Who Jesus Christ. This in Nigeria can really piss you off, I swear. All right, let's move on to the last segment of today's show.
Yeah. You be in the building. Hey, vibe with Uncle Bino.
Oh, sorry. I don't know that you guys cannot hear me. I don't want to play this video because this video gets to me somehow. I don't know why. I don't know why this video make me pissed, make me mad. It just brought a whole range of emotions to me. What you're looking at right now is a live stream of a service session, evening service at this CAC church in Kwara State. Tosin was telling me yesterday that church is actually very close to where she served. That is like about 15 minutes away from where she served. Now, I don't know anybody there, but as a Christian, whenever I see Christian, you are my brother, you are my sister. During this service, let me just show you what happened. I know a lot of you have seen the video already, but I'm going somewhere with this real quick. Take a listen. Look at that old mama. Just look at the old mama. Sorry, I don't want to show gun on this video, but if you have seen the video already, you will see the gunmen. They actually entered the frame, and that was horrible, pathetic. Your president have not said anything about this now. Let us start. See, this is not like, oh, Ben, you people, hey, let's call a spade a spade. Your president have not said jack about this incident. This one that happens live that everyone can see. I read somewhere this morning where somebody was saying that, look, I think I have the video of that one too, but maybe when I'm free, I will do a full show on that. Somebody said, look, don't let them lie to you. 95% of the Boko Haram and bandits are Nigerians. Forget that lie they are selling to you that these guys are coming in from Niger, from Chad, from everywhere. Is there, as of this moment, 95% of those who are attacking people in Nigeria, they are Nigerians from the north. That's not where I'm going. Let me now show you a video. This video is from Dr. Charles Akpoki. Dr. Charles Akpoki is another uncle I have on this social media space that I do listen to his speech a lot because the Baba, they make sense. They make a lot of sense. All right. Oh, you see, Kate. Thank you, Kate. Kate is saying on Sunday there was also death in Ondo State. We have a bigger problem on our hands. Whenever I say, look, this thing that is coming, even those of you where they south, where you did say, not in me. Not in me. I'm telling you now, many of you don't know Jack. One thing you don't know. It's beginning to look more like a coordinated attack. Or just on one day, boom. It will be happening sporadically. You they hear from one state, you go there from another state. And many of these places where this thing, I'm just saying, allegedly, Because right now you are hearing they are killing farmers in the bush from west to east to south is happening. One day they will snap. Oba. Because I'm always saying it that those of you guys that you are from the south, southeast, southwest, you always have the belief that now not now, Debi, you are still doing party every weekend. Okay. Maybe we not go there yet. But take a listen to what Dr. Akpoki have to say about this unaliving in CAC Church.
I am your friend, Dr. Charles Akpoki.
Crazy.
Somebody sent me a video from Kwara State, Ereku in Kwara State, shares boundary with Ekiti State. In that video, a parish of the Christ Apostolic Church was having a fellowship, and they were streaming live. Some minutes or seconds into the live streaming, in the video that was sent to me, the people heard gunshots, terrible gunshots. It's very distressing. The pastor hid, children were screaming. An elderly woman managed to run towards the altar, and the bandits came in, the terrorists, the genocidal terrorists came into the church, started ransacking bags and carrying stuff, picking phones. The live streaming was on. Apparently, the person must have run and left the camera on. They shot and had their day before eventually the gunshots died down. The sound of the gunshots died down. Who were gunned down in the church, and that they abducted a sizable number of people from the church and took them into the bush. The police report, however, was slightly different. The police public relations officer said that the police and the vigilante in the town quickly mobilized to the church and engaged the terrorists, and that in the process, the bandits, the terrorists killed one man, and a corpse was found in the bush. However, the other report is totally different. Eyewitness reports. How long can we continue like this? Donald Trump, you must hear this. All those denying Christian genocide, you must hear this. Wherever you are, Kwara State is not far from you. Ekiti State is not far from Kwara State. Ondo, Edo, Delta, they are not too far. It's like there is a gradual encroachment towards the southwest. And when the bandits entered that church, they didn't ask whether Tinubu's wife is a pastor or whether Christian ministers were appointed by Tinubu. They came there because it was a church. And they hate Christians that they believe they call infidels. I've listened to former Boko Haram militants. That's what they believe in, and that they should be wiped out. So, something drastic needs to be done. Something drastic needs to be done. Our people cannot just be terrorized, murdered with our hands folded. I was wondering what those little children that were screaming in the video, what the kind of trauma they will have received. Donald Trump, please come quickly. We can't help ourselves. We can't help ourselves.
Search has changed. Introducing some.
All right. Now, let me show you guys something real quick. Just before I'll take Uncle Dio's take and we call it a day. Because this thing is triggering. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Drop a 1 if you can see my screen. I want to show you guys something real quick. Please drop a 1 if you can see my screen. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Can everybody see the screen? All right. Now, what you're looking at on the screen right now, that is Nigeria's map. That's Nigeria map right there. For those who are not from Nigeria and you are watching, if you look at the map briefly, you will see that we have the forest zone in the south, all those green regions. Mostly those are the part they refer to as the south of Nigeria. That is, if we have to split Nigeria into two. All the more or less like gray areas you see up there, those are the northern parts of Nigeria. Now you see where Nigeria is written. Below it, that is Abuja, the seat of power. You can see that, right? Okay. Now, when they say middle belt, all these states from west to east, they are all like anything from Kaduna is still not, anything below Kaduna, where you come to all this Minor region, Jaligo, wherever, they are referred to as middle belt. All right. That is not where I'm going. We will go there another day. Now, this incident that occurred at that church, it occurs right here. If you can see my cursor, that is Ilorin right there. Ilorin is the capital of Kwara State. This incident of bandits shooting in the church, it happens in Kwara State. Kwara, according to history, I don't know if Okudayo will definitely help me with that. Kwara used to be considered a Yoruba state. But gradually, I think, is it the Fulani that they say are taking over Kwara now? But I just know that the Northerners, they are the one who are now determining who's going to be the emir or whatever. That is still not where I'm going. Where I'm going is that for those of you who still believe that whatever is happening in the North is just the North. Oh, the South have nothing to do. We will pray. Let us pray. Somebody shout hallelujah. This thing happens at Ilorin. If you look closely, this is Kwara. What you see here is Ogbomosho. Ogbomosho is Oyo State. Oshogbo is part of Osun State. These are western regions in Nigeria. This is Akure. Akure is in Ondo State. I'm from Ondo State. This is Ibadan, the largest cities in Africa. That is Ibadan. This is Abeokuta. So, and if you can see, you see all these green areas that you are seeing. Those are forests, bushes. These henchmen, as well as Boko Haram and the likes, they move through the forest. They don't come through the road mostly. That is to say, these folks, they can actually surround your town, your villages, unknown to you. And if you check most places when they do the greatest destruction, especially when they want to wipe out a village or city or town, they attack in the middle of the night. So I'm just showing you this for you to know that if you still think, Don't worry now. Not in Nigeria. Shebi is the north. They will sort it out. I'm kind of sorry. I'm sorry. I pray God will take control, but everything means sense danger. I pray it won't come to pass. God will protect his people. So that is it, by the way. Now let's come to what happened at that CAC church and why I said if you're a CAC member, you may want to leave the streaming now. I don't try, they can reach. But this is what I have to say. Religion has done a number on us in Nigeria. It almost made us, can I say we worship like Mumu at times? When I saw that massacre, the security conscious me think about what's going on here. And the question that readily come to my mind is, why are those people in that church at that point in time? Why are they there? Yesterday was Tuesday. Maybe that thing happened on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. But that was not a Sunday service. Why are they in that church at that time doing whatever they are doing? In a state already ravaged with insecurity, with bandits, with numerous killings. There are several videos on Nigerian social media showing people running away from this particular Kwara state. So tell me, in the face of insecurity, why are those people in that church at that time? I know what your answer will be right now. Your answer will be, we have to practice now. Is that we believe now? Is evening service? They just, why should they be? This is where I have problem with we so-called Christians. They are attacking churches. If you talk about people going to church in the West, in the East, or in the South, where relatively we are not having Christian genocide, it's okay. But why would you say you are? Who is the pastor of that church? And that is where I have issue with the CSC leaders. This incident that happened now, it's been close to 48 hours, right? I haven't seen any statement from the headquarters of the CSU. What is wrong with us Nigerian Christians? I don't understand. Listen, many of our churches are not spiritually fireproofed. Gone are those days when we have strong prophets. Gone are those days when we have true men of God that can say to the sun, stop, and the son will obey. Gone are those days that we have true men of God with spiritual power that can raise hand towards this bandit and say, stop right there, wherever you are coming from. I command you in the name of the one who is above every other name. Turn back and go to wherever you are coming from. And they will obey. They will turn out and they will go. Those are the days of our fathers and forefathers. I will say it and I will keep on saying it. The pastors, reverends, majority of the pastor reverends you have now, they are preachers. They can't even protect themselves. Talk about protecting you. And you're there. I'm so sorry. If you are in the north, in the middle belt, as a Christian, go to church with one eye open. You see how Christian has been massacred up and down now? Did your president even acknowledge it? Hello? Do your vice president acknowledge it? Hundreds were killed at Yellowwater. If not for VDM that went there, they were going to just put it under the rug. 25 Muslim girls are kidnapped in what allegedly seems like a coordinated kidnapping. Your president have sent vice president to go there. You guys not seeing the news. Christians have been massacred up and down in Nigeria. Nobody is talking. No. Your father, daddy, mama, grandpa, geos, the geos you worship, that you literally breathe. If the geo tell you, don't breathe, many of you will just die. You won't even breathe. The way you cherish them, they are not talking about hundreds, thousands of Christians that are being murdered. They are not speaking. And yet, you go carry your bomb, you go say you dey go church in a danger zone. I told you guys in one of our stream here, in this America is where I've seen people come to church with guns in their pocket. We saw a video of a priest that brought out a gun when people invaded his church right here in this America. Go and Google it too. Please, as a Christian, I'll say it and I'll say it again. Who won't hate me, make you hate me. I don't care. The current crop of pastors and all these people making loud noises, building church all over the places in Nigeria, only few of them have the spiritual power that they can speak. And whoever they directed their speech to will obey them. These people that died or being kidnapped in that CSC church, if you ask me, sincerely speaking, I do not see any reason why they should be at that church. In this time, Kwara State is not safe. Go and check their videos. Entire village is being evacuated almost every day. Video full online. I don't want anybody to agree with me. This is just my own personal opinion. But as a Christian, this is me talking to you as a Christian brother. You're going to church or not going to church will not do you nothing. No. God did not say you should be stupid and dumb and risk your life for his name. The God we are serving is ever present wherever you are. If you are a Christian that prays 5 times a day, if you know that the environment is not safe, stay in your house and pray 5 times a day. God will hear. The CSC church that they carried out this attack now, I can bet you that they send money from that church to headquarters. They are sending money to headquarters. The headquarters is yet to even make a single statement on this particular glaring attack that we all saw. Don't be a stupid Christian, no. Don't be a dumb Christian, no. God lives with us. God is in our heart too. If you think, say, you do mumu, you go church, then go buy you for church. If you think that will take you to heaven, nobody have ever been to heaven and come back. Oh. Your Papa Gio, Daddy Gio that are deceiving you, many of them don't even believe that heaven is real. Oh. If they believe heaven is real, they will not be riding private jet up and down. They will not be closing their eyes when they see evil. That's what I will tell you. However you see it, that's my own opinion. Hate me for it, it still doesn't matter. My own thing is this. If you know the environment is not safe, you know that there is massive insecurity and attack happening wherever you are as a Christian. Right now is not the time to say, I want to go and show myself, say, my faith is stronger than anybody that I'm going to church you. Save yourself first. Now, the person when he touch, now they know how far. People will always be reasonable. People can always explain whatever happened to anybody. Oh, they say, oh, he's being logical. If you ask the people where they go CAC now, as they attack them, especially those one in the South region, they will have a better excuse to explain what happened at that church. You will even be shocked. Somebody might even come out now and say, oh, I see a vision. We told them, the Lord said they should not be there, but why did they go there? They can even spin it anyhow. The bottom line is, anybody who don't buy you, don't buy you. To go to heaven, it dey inside your heart, or it dey inside how you treat every other person. It all depends on how you obey God's commandments. Treating your neighbor as yourself. Don't commit sin. No do any nonsense the way God no approve. Heaven is guaranteed if truly it is there. I'm a Christian, I'm telling you now. Don't go and lose your life out of for nothing. These guys, they are not playing, they are not joking. Videos are circulating all over social media now. If you see those Boko Haram guys or the bandits, you go not say they no send you. They no send you, they no send your father. If you see these attackers, and like I said, maybe yesterday or which day said, these jihadists, they believe they are fighting for their God, not your God. Hello? Are you not hearing them shouting their own God's name anytime they come attack? Even fellow Muslims, they are telling us day and night, say, look, the way these people are practicing our religion, that is not how our religion is supposed to be practiced. Oh. These are fellow Muslims saying it. Oh. The good clerics, the Islamic clerics, those ones that want to be honest, they will tell you who are. What some of these guys are believing in and the way they are moving, this is not in our Quran. This is not how our religion is practiced. Now, those people now you won't say, let's just go. You can only call on God. God has already answered your prayer. God has already protected you. It is now left to you not to be stupid and dumb. I rest my case. Uncle Dayo, no verse. I know as a pastor, this one they had. If you don't want to contribute, I understand, Uncle Dayo. My own thing is just that for those in the middle belt and in the northern part of the country now, this is not a time to prioritize going to a building, going to a church over your safety. This is not the time. Oh. Your president is not showing anything that he really cares. Oh, when it comes to this killing where they go on now. Now only on paper and on Twitter. Now they care. You saw the person representing your president now when he go face Piers Morgan. What is he telling Piers Morgan? He said the number of Christians that has been killed in Nigeria so far is 177. His name is Yusufo. That's why when I saw, he went to talk to Piers Morgan, I look at it now and I'm like, where did this one want to talk? Yusuf. What is Yusuf going to say? He said only 177 people has been killed. Reverend Achono was right there at that same interview with number, with fact, with everything. But you see the way they water everything down. As a Christian, be smart. That's all I'm going to tell you. Tell your parent, if you live in abroad, your parents are in Nigeria and everything, start telling them, be careful. If you are in the northern part of the country, be careful. Gone are those days that we have true men of God that can speak and the heaven will move. Majority of the people you have now that you are misconstruing as men of God, they are just preachers. Their mouth just sweet. I've told you guys here one time, there is a reason you see them moving around with mopo, with gun all the time. Anytime you see your father, you, Papa, you, mopo day, the day front, the day back. Some go even, now with gun, cock done. Many of them are bears preacher. Their mouth they sweet, oh, they can't protect you. Uncle Dayo, if you have any last word, please.
Thank you, Uncle Beno. I really appreciate. I actually want to give context to what you are saying. This same town called Eruku is actually the very next town to my own town. The town borders Kogi State. It's the last town from Kwara State as you're entering into Kogi State. And then as you're entering into Kogi State, my town is the first town that you're going to meet. The major road that links us is the road from Omuaron down to Eruku, then down inside the Kogi State. Now, to give content to what you are saying, sir, you are absolutely correct, 100%. This town has been under attack for more than 2 weeks, constantly. Even as at Sunday and Monday, bandits were operating on that highway in that Eruku, kidnapping people, stopping buses, kidnapping, and they were shooting and killing. It was on the news. It was in social media because it's so close to my town, and they have been raiding for the past 1 or 2 months now. Every villages around that area, every town around that same vicinity, it has been on the news. Now, what really baffles me is that in the last, even on Sunday, that road was still ambushed by these bandits. They were still kidnapping people on that same Eruku road towards, inside that town. They stay on the highway. Any vehicle coming, they will stop them and they will kidnap them and buy some of them. That is the town that some people still gather to go and do Tuesday service. To me, I cannot blame them, but these children have happened. Even though they are not safe in their homes in that town, because they have been like invading homes, buying people up and down, yet service supposed not to hold on that Tuesday. Because on Sunday they were on that road, buying people, invading homes. Now they went to church on a Tuesday. Having said that, now the CAC headquarters have been quiet. The complicity of our religious leaders is what really F me up. When have you heard the general body of Nigerian Christians, CAC, Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, have you heard them come out to say anything about this? Because initially, when they were talking about genocide in Nigeria, CAN was playing a kind of a political role. They didn't come out to deny, they didn't come out to support. Now, this thing happened. All of them kept quiet. Look at that complicity.
Always.
This is the body that's supposed to stand. This is the body that's supposed to stand for Christians in Nigeria. They kept quiet. I don't really understand what's going on anymore. And this is so sad because people's lives are being lost on a daily basis. And the body that's supposed to at least speak up for them, they've not. Now, this happened to the CAC. CAC churches are known for being conservative. They are the prayer warrior people. They are not all these flamboyant New Age churches. They are conservative. They are just like our Equa Church, Anglican Church, Baptist Church, and all like that. They are just in the same category. So they are not known for all this. So their pastors are not known to be flamboyant and all this. No. But if this could happen to that church, then it could happen to anywhere. And then again, what you said about the roadmap, sir, it is actually closer than you think. As of today, there were some kind of attack inside Asaba. Bandits have started attacking inside Asaba, and then I was reading on the news also. They've already infiltrated Ondo State, and as I'm talking to you now, sir, in the last 1 or 2 weeks, the rate of kidnapping on Biniore Road, that major road that we all travel from the west into the east, the rate of kidnapping there has increased tremendously by these bandits. So they are already in the west. It's a matter of time now before they start invading homes. Only God can help us. Except something is done on time. Nobody should stay safe and think that no, they are still far. They are not far. As you said, sir, they are beyond our backyards. Only God can help us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Uncle Dayo, for hanging out with me. Thank you very much. I have to go now. My last word to you people is simple. This is not the time to underplay the security situation in Nigeria. It's not now at all. I know we have a very terrible culture of, can I say, we are ignorant of the insecurity situation in Nigeria. We are not self-aware. Let's be frank. We are not self-aware. Nobody is teaching us safety. No security plans. No awareness. In all this that is going on now, I have never seen any government-sponsored program on our TVs educating the Nigerian masses. Oh, how to identify a bandit. What to do if a bandit show up. Oh, what do you do if you are hearing gunshot? I don't see any on the radio. You don't hear it on the radio. It's not on the TV. To make matter worse, even your so-called celebrities, many of you Nigerian, celebrity is another set of people you're watching. None of them are creating awareness on how you can protect yourself, how you can defend yourself. That is why you see us, we run to developed worlds all the time. If this thing that is happening right now, if it's happening in a developed world, there would have been nationwide orientation on what people can do. Where are the numbers? Our president released a statement now. In his statement, he said, the community have to help. You have to help. You have to share information. Where are the numbers to call? Where are the internet provision that will enable people in the village to relay message to a security center that, hey, we hear rumor. I read somewhere online that somebody was saying this attack that we saw in the church or something, that he has been warning them maybe 6 hours before the attack happened. I think I saw that on Twitter somewhere this morning. We have poor security culture in Nigeria. They have brainwashed us. Thank you, Jesus. They don't take religion, brainwash our head for Nigeria. So simple thing we can do to avoid a devastating situation, we won't do it. Oh God, let us pray. Let us pray. Right now, in a sane society, all the churches in Nigeria right now, if it were in a sane society, they would have come up with another structural plan. Exit routes. Multiple cameras every. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't go there. But those of you who live in Western world, you know what I'm talking about. Here in the Western world, when you go to churches, no matter how big is the churches could be, do we see extra exit doors? They will say emergency exit, emergency exit. What happened at that Kwara church? Many people could have escaped. If the church is built in a way that people can actually access an emergency exit. My message is simple. You can pray to God to protect you. And yes, God will protect you. But the main job of protecting you is in your hands. Depends on how you use your head, how you assess your environment. Right now, I will say this and I will say it looking at the camera. If you live in the north or in the middle belt, any pastor encouraging you to go to church without sharing with you the safety plans they have in place in case bandits show up, don't listen to that pastor. Don't listen to that pastor. Christians are being targeted though. Forget the narrative, forget whatever they are saying. No, yes, Muslims are being pied too, but the reality is your chances of getting killed as a Christian is higher when it comes to these guys. These guys that are tying people up and down, these are not your regular Muslims. These are not the regular Muslims that we grew up with, that we share so many things with. These are different breed of Muslims. Now is not the time to say, if I don't go, pastor will know I don't come. I see that a lot in our Christianity practices. 70% of Christians that go to church, they are going because they have to see me say I dress, I buy new clothes. They are going because Daddy Gio, we don't know that I come. They are going because they want to prove to other people that they are more religious than others. Show up plenty past say they are really going because they want to go and worship God. As we are in Nigeria right now, please save yourself. Save yourself. A word they say is enough for the wise. President have spoken, but whatever statement the president released, I don't think that statement actually puts the generality of Nigeria into consideration. I don't think that statement indicates that the presidency actually grabs the magnitude or the delicate nature of what is really happening to people in terms of security in Nigeria. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think our baby girl Abby, I don't know, maybe Abby is setting up her show for tomorrow, but if we have any other stream, you'll get to see it shortly. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one. I got to go now. Please be safe, be wise, okay? Talk to your people back home. Teach them how to protect themselves, okay? Please, I see Uncle Dayo say, UB, they can't escape. These bandits always surround the church before the attack. No one could have escaped the ambush. More so, churches always have multiple entrances and exits. The situation in that video depicts that the people were cornered as the bandits entered from the back. All right, Sister Grace, shout out to you, Auntie Grace. Sister Grace, UB, Nigeria is not ready. Unfortunately, the family of the politicians are no longer there or using the little security available to protect themselves. Absolutely. They are the one protecting themselves. You saw what happened at PDP headquarters when they were fighting. Police are there. This will bring your own police, that will bring your own police. Let's just leave Nigeria Matajare. It's so annoying. I cover everybody with the blood of Jesus. We will continue to pray for Nigeria. But the situation we have at hand is a delicate one. And from the look of things, it's like some people have already prepared to make Nigeria unlivable for the rest of us. We have to lift up our voice and demand that the government protect the citizen. Now, whether Donald Trump is coming or is not coming, that one na God hand the day. As it is right now, that option is looking like a better option. But I rest my case. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye for now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You be in the building. Hey, vibe with Uncle Bino. Let's go. Now happy hour things, you know. Hang out with you, babe. It's our vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn. We're shining bright. Oh yeah. You be stories, life lessons time. On the Uncle Benno show, everything feels right. From the streets to the world, we talk real talk. Vibes on the beat, make the whole place rock. Happy hour flow with smiles non-stop. Sip and chill with you, be the energy on top. You be stories, dropping them every day. Wisdom for life, the African way. From the grind to the glory, hear what we say. Tune in now, don't delay. Hang out with you, be it's a vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn, we're shining bright. Oh yeah. Stories, life lessons time. Hey, on the Uncle Benno show, everything feels right. Join the sister circle. Oh, what a scene. CC Inca, honey baby, and I'll be so clean. Talk love, talk life, talk dreams supreme. Empowerment vibes like a royal queen team. All of Sunday school when the beat gets low. A moment of reflection, let the spirit flow. Men of God speaking wisdom, you should know. Faith and vibes on the Uncle Benno show. Hang out with you, be come catch that light. Oh yeah, you be stories, keep your heart so bright. Yeah. Join the sister circle, feel that fire. Oh yeah, Sunday school for your soul so right. You be nation, we rise together, love and vibe forever. Uncle Benno show, yeah we outside.